Anybody else realize how liberating it feels when you're finally ready to acknowledge that the person you needed the most protection from as an adult was yourself? Truth is often blinding, and many people will look away because it will fracture their fragile illusions of reality. But when you're willing to call yourself on your own bullshit and recognize all the ways you were verbally, emotionally, and physically abusive to yourself, all the times you gaslit your intuition, all the times you berated yourself, all the ways that you had such a destructive relationship and view of self, that you realize you drew in and attracted all of the experiences based on the way you saw yourself. That the second you stop doing that shit, the second you're willing to go head to head with your own shadows, the tides just turn almost overnight. That blame just dissipates. That you no longer judge yourself. And as soon as you stop judging yourself, you no longer judge anyone else. There's no vindication, there's no resentment, because the ability to call yourself out shows you just how much control you actually always had. Most people don't realize that the shadow frequency that we were all unconsciously anchored in is what perpetuates the victim mindset. And until you're ready to confront yourself and realize that all of your experiences, the source and the origin is you, you realize you no longer need protection from the things you once did because you're no longer aligned in the frequency and the energy that you once were. I remember when I first, learned about spirituality, and that's how I'm going to say that. Because spirituality is just remembering that you were always spirit in a vessel. But when we all start here, and people are like, oh my God, you need to protect your energy. Yeah, from myself, from my bad decisions, from the people I shouldn't have continued to give chance after chance after chance. But it wasn't about protecting myself from them. It was about learning to operate in a way that I wasn't being destructive to myself. If you're still resonating in your egoic lower mind, this video is probably going to piss you off. And that's fine. That's for you to sit with, not for my comment section to be filled up with projections. But if this resonates for you, tell me that moment where it just kind of clicked for you. Where truth was no longer blinding you to the point you looked away, but where you stared into the depths of it and finally saw yourself. Love you guys.